Hello, RUN3rd community, and welcome to our virtual RUN3rd 5K chat. I'm Mindy Frazier. I am the CEO of RUN3rd Alliance and the race director for the Arizona RUN3rd 5K. In a moment, we will have Sean Astin on with us to talk about his RUN3rd 5K experience today and a little bit about RUN3rd and the Alliance and to field some of your questions. So while we wait for him to pop on with us, oh, there he is. Let's get him in. Let's see. Oh, I think I flipped you. Maybe. All right. It looks like we are. There we are.
Hey! Back up. Hello.
How's it going?
Wait, I gotta do it from a better angle. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, wait. Elizabeth graduated last night here in the backyard. You can see the
Aww.
set up a red carpet.
That is so awesome.
Yeah, so I figured I'd come to you today from that. Now I've got my little device here. Not this device, but this device. And I was wondering if there's some way for me to go live on my device, and then I could try and show people here. How do I do that?
I mean, it looks like a bunch of people are popping on. It should have notified all of your followers that you are on live now.
Really?
Yep.
Am I going to trust you that that's true? Because I can't. Well, can I see that it did that? No.
I don't
All right.
know.
Well,
How about somebody watching? Did you find out through Sean's account that he is live, or through RUN3rd Alliance's account? We'll see if they answer our question.
I don't know why going live is always such a pain for me.
Have people from Italy and Portugal, and somebody said I'm on through Sean's page.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. All right. Still wish I knew how to go to Instagram Live. Every now and then I'm like, I can't figure it out. But hello, hi everybody. Hello. Hello.
So yeah.
How you doing, Mindy? You looking good?
Doing well.
Where's Chris?
He is out at a training for work. So.
He's a hard worker. I mean, that's all there is to it. Is he running to the training?
This morning beforehand. So.
How did so we're at Saturday. How did the week go?
The Spirit Week has been incredible. It has been so much fun seeing everybody's posts. We had the dedications on Monday, so we got to see what everyone was running for. The quarantine life was definitely a fun day, seeing what people came up with to show us how quarantine life has been. We had Wacky Wednesday. Thankful Thursday was another really big day. Our sponsors have been incredible. Yeah. And it was really nice to see everybody give them shout outs.
Well, I mean, they can see that they're in good company when they look at the page, all the colorful page with all their logos and the thank yous and everything else. So, I add my thanks to all of them as usual, but you can never say it enough. Yeah. And then also, more. And when I say more, I don't mean Mindy work harder, because I don't think that's possible. I just mean to anyone out there who has the ability to support this after school running program, particularly in these times. I mean, one of the charities, Josh Gad, has done these reunions. We did a Goonies reunion where they got the entire cast and Steven Spielberg and Richard Donner and Cyndi Lauper together. And tomorrow is the, and I can't remember what charity. I don't know if it was No Kid Hungry on that one. He's been doing different charities for the different movies that he's pulling together these reunions for. But tomorrow is, and we teased it a couple days ago and yesterday, was Lord of the Rings reunion. And I do know that one is specifically to benefit No Kid Hungry, which is, when schools are shut down, kids, a lot of kids, the most nutritious meal or the most consistent meal they get is their school meal. And with the shutdown, kids have been deprived of that. So they're working hard to try and fill that gap. But there's another gap that our kids need to be supported with, and that is their fitness, their mental health, their physical well-being, and their relationship to their family, to themselves, to their families, and to the community at large. So for anybody who has the ability, any of these companies, these sponsors who have the ability to help us, it's just so appreciated, and you're in good company.
Yes, and it's true, and it's so neat to see the kids and how they've been able to stay healthy in this trying time because of their healthy habits that they've been learning. We've been getting
great
stories about kids out on walks and bike rides and doing things with their family, and being able to use this time to build those connections and really lay some of that foundation. Like, it's the impact that it has had. And even though everyone's bummed we couldn't be together, still being able to follow the mission of RUN3rd, and they're getting out and making kind and taking care of themselves, and it's neat.
One of the things I've experienced now, these 80 days, something like that, somewhere close to 80 days. Is it over 80 days of being inside is, or the stay-at-home orders, or, safety issues or whatever, is just aware of my own natural rhythms, sleep-wake cycles and eating cycles and like that. And you're supposed to brush your teeth every day. There's certain things, hygiene, and health hygiene, fitness hygiene, we don't really think of it in that terms a lot, but that's what it is. It's kind of what's the regular thing that is, kind of the right thing for you to be in the habit of doing. And I have to say, my experience has been, my running experience, for some reason I've just been battling, but I go outside here in the backyard and I just worship the sun god for what is hopefully not too excessive a period. You don't want to get damaged by the sun, but enough to get the vitamin D and just feel alive and feel connected with the outside and everything. And then I go into the treadmill, and it's so funny because I had gotten in a routine before the COVID shutdown where I really didn't want to go on the treadmill. I'm like, if I'm going to run, I want to go outside, and trying to get in shape, trying to get that groove back, that rhythm back. I literally, it'd be raining. And the reason we have a treadmill at home is, for when it's raining, or in case you don't want to deal with the hills, or time considerations, or you just want just a controlled environment to do it in. And I don't want a controlled environment. I wanted to be outside. And then this happened and you're like,
can't control.
So I've been, and that was my RUN3rd 5K this year was a treadmill 5K. I killed it. Probably 3 hours. No, it wasn't 3 hours. But yeah, and then my wife Christine, who's got really bad knee injury, knee issues that she needs. She had a surgery on her knee, and both of them are giving her trouble. So she got on the recumbent bike and she did her 5K recumbenting. So, and then Allie, I'm not sure how Allie did it. I think she was on the treadmill. I don't really know. I just called out who did their 5K, and everybody I did my 5K. Okay, good. I'm not sure what the younger girls did. They said they were on board, so I know that they have. If they want their medals, they're going to have to get their 5K in. But for people who don't know it, right? We still have. I read your text. We have 40.
We have about 40 medals left. Yeah, so we're almost sold out, but there's still a little. To hop in. Yeah,
you always think why when you have an event, a kind of formal 5K event, why is there ever a limit? Why, maybe there's safety issues if police don't want to close down streets for longer or stuff like that. But in our case, we make an order of medals based on what we think we're going to do, and they're really special. I mean, having all 5 years, 6. Yeah. This is the 6th year, having all those medals. And do we have any? Are we raffling off or anything, or is it in the thing to have some of the older medals? Because people who come to the Run K thing, they realize oh my gosh, I want to, with Disney, everybody wants the Disney medals.
Right.
And Disney medals, of course, have castles and fairies and other such things. But but you once you get a certain number.
Art.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's ours, right? Where's
Yep.
mine? I have mine, don't I? Do I
Yeah.
have mine?
You could have yours.
Should I go get it? No. It'll take a minute away from you.
Go
Should I
for
get it? Okay. I'll be right back.
While he's getting his medal, I will talk to that question about the past medals, past shirts, and all of that. We do have limited stock from previous years. We had everything up on a Square store, but we've recently launched a new website, and we're working to get everything up on our store on our website. So hopefully by the end of this weekend, everything will be up on our store. You can go to RUN3rdAlliance.com. You'll see the store there. Currently, we have all of our team gear up there. And like I said, by the end of this weekend, we hope to have all of our 5K stuff. So for those who still want to join us to get this year's shirt, medal, and race number to get the full package, everything for this year, we'll have that up on there. And then we also will have shirts, medals from previous years until we sell out of everything. We would definitely love for you guys to join us. Another thing that we have going on that's super exciting, which is why our house looks so fun right now. We have a silent auction going. Our silent auction will end tomorrow at 5 p.m. and you'll see we have a ton of baskets and things that were donated from schools, from local businesses. I'm showing them about the silent auction right now while you're running.
Okay.
All the, like, we have so much stuff that was donated. And yeah, some really good deals. And then in a little bit, we'll talk about all the cool stuff that is actually autographed by Sean that's up for auction as well. But now that Sean's back, we'll get back to Sean.
No, keep going. I'm learning.
So yeah, let's see your medal.
Can't go to Instagram Live. Why can't I find it? Okay. Here is, I was going to get all of them so I could show like all 6 years, but I put them on the thing and it was like be a pain in the neck to get them down. So I was able to pull this one down. Okay, here you go.
I could probably travel and take you guys up to see them all. I have them up on a.
Here we go. Look at that.
So fun.
I know, but you notice
the silhouette in the middle.
Yeah, but you've depicted me running appropriately slower
than the kids.
than the kids. I'm not sure. And these kids and these people here are clearly about to lap me. Here's
a.
I really like this year's medal. I really like it. I mean, yeah, you can see all of them. The first one is special, man. That was, and then the 3 and 5. The 5. Yeah.
And then 2, 3, 4. And then this one was fun with, you can make Sean run as fast or as slow as you want him to run.
Yeah, well, there you go. There you go. And this is this year's, and I really do think it's a special one. And we have 40 of them left. But so is there a way for people to acquire, like I started talking about Disney, and later in time it's harder to get some of the earlier ones, and then you find them on eBay, or maybe Disney will run a thing where you can get them. Do we still have enough for people to find a way to get the whole set of ours?
We do. We are very limited on a couple of the years, but we do have them. And I was saying that we'll have everything up on our new website store. Should be up by the end of this weekend. We had,
but they can definitely sign up now for.
They can
definitely sign up now for this one.
Yeah.
And is there a time limit to achieve the run? Because people need to remember they're doing the run on their own time. I mean, the guy ran a marathon in Italy on his balcony.
I know. Incredible.
I know. I was like, well, I would do it, but I don't have a balcony.
Somebody else I saw did an ultra in their house.
Really? And
I was just, blown away with how,
I figured if I did it like with the living rooms, I'd end up with a kind of repetitive, like a knee injury on a sort of a thing. We have this hill here, but it's more of a Tough Mudder course than it is a traditional 5K.
You'd wear out like our dog has in the grass, like just
how do I do it?
To get, what are you trying to get to?
I want to go live on my phone and show my people live on my phone what we're doing, and then they'll find you. Because I know it went a pulse out to them, but I want to do it. I want to add to the love here.
I'm pretty sure it should, like, up on the stories, it should show that you are live now already. And somebody who's watching, if you want to correct me if I'm wrong.
It's a lie, Mindy. It's a lie. I saw that you were live.
Right. And then
I keep telling my kids, I'm like, stop treating me like an idiot. I'm like, there's stuff that you know about social media and there's stuff I know about social media. And just because you go slow, no one's telling you, hey, whatever, somehow the idea is like, oh, well, it must not work if you can't figure it out. But when I can't figure it out, it's like, Dad, come on, you can't figure it out. I'm like, give me a break. Now, I've done a live.
We have multiple people confirming that it shows you are live. Yes, he is live. It shows Sean live. Sean,
anybody looking at Sean's Instagram can see me live. I'm going to confirm that. Hold on. Will somebody go live on it? Oh, sorry.
One day he'll
go live on Instagram and see if on mine and follow me and see if they can see me.
I appreciate all of you who have my back.
I don't trust anyone on this Instagram. That's outrageous. I trust no one. So, are the numbers backwards?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Don't know how to fix that. Here, wait. Let me take another view here. We like to have fun on our Instagram live. You can? Really? That is awesome. Okay. Okay.
Not making it up.
All right. To all of you who are on this Instagram live right now, I want to offer my sincere apologies for having doubted you and questioned your guidance vis-a-vis as it pertains to Instagram live and my other thing. I can't see me on here, but it's because it's me probably. Okay. Sorry. Did people see the medal? How do they do it? How do they can go to RUN3rd? How do they go to sign up?
So right now it is still live on InMotive. So it's run3rd5k.inmotive.com and you register.
Too hard.
Just like any other race. But if you go to our website, run3rdalliance.com, you can find everything you need there.
Okay. RUN3rd Alliance, which you can see right there on the top of your screen because I can see it on the top of my screen. If you go to run3rdalliance.com, for those of you who are visiting through the at Sean Astin Instagram as opposed to the at RUN3rd Alliance Instagram, is that what I'm going?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what RUN3rd. You know what? Here we're gonna do. Everybody, let your people know that we're gonna have this conversation in about 30 seconds, and then I'll explain what's going on to you. All right, you run it until then. No, Mandy, we're going to give them 30 seconds to bring more people to the end of the tent, and then I'm going to tell them what.
Oh, putting on here, follow RUN3rd Alliance. Yes, that's what we want. Follow RUN3rd Alliance.
Follow RUN3rd Alliance.
And
hey, everybody, this is my charity.
Yes.
This is my, I do a lot of charity work. We raise money for a lot of different kinds of things. I've raised money for different things. This is my official Sean charity that I care about, and to be my legacy, if you will. And what RUN3rd is, for those of you who don't know, it's an after-school running program. And in a lot of places, we call them underserved communities or lower-income communities. Or right now, most of them are in and around Mesa, Arizona, but we do have a few other places.
Right.
But here's the thing. It's a very, very inexpensive activity to deliver a service for these kids and running. And some of the kids never feel like they could run. Some of the kids, you know, they would love to run, but their parents are worried that it's not safe. And so the schools are able to support a program like this, but a lot of them don't have the resources, or they don't have to dedicate a person or people to run the event. So what RUN3rd Alliance does is it's a guided experience where a safe running environment and a structured running experience is provided for the kids. And so it really doesn't need that much, but per place, but it does need something. And so we make our money, in several different ways. The most important way for you to know how we make our money is if you go to run3rdalliance.com and then you click through and you sign up for our race. And now this year, of course, it's a virtual race. There's always virtual races, but this year, because of COVID-19, it's a virtual race. And you basically pay your $30, $40, something like that.
Adults 25 for kids.
35 for adults, 25 for kids, right? You know, and that can just be a donation. But for that donation, we're also going to send you one of these medals, and we're going to trust that you are going to experience some sort of motion with your body. For example, you could run a 5K, 3.1 miles, or you could walk a 5K, 3.1 miles, or you could cycle a 5K, again, 3.1 miles, or you can recumbent it, or you can swim it, or you can experience your 5K however you
mile 3 days in a row, or do half mile.
Yeah, you can spend it over time. That's right. You can do it. Yeah, you can do it inside. You can in your living room. The point is that what you're helping us do, and you get one of these medals, and this is the 6th year. Look at that. Look at that. Look who's still going strong. Look at him go. That's the guy right there, running well behind the little kid who's probably 8 years old. I'm guessing that little guy.
So fast.
They do, and being lapped. That's my favorite. And being lapped by the adults. The adults generally watch the kids get out in front of them, but usually there's an adult out front to make sure they're okay too. But anyhow, so that's what we're doing, and we also have, if you just signed on a minute ago, we've got all of the items that have been donated for the what do we call it?
For the silent auction.
Silent auction. There you go. Our silent auction. I'm a very silent person. I'm not a silent person. I'm a loud. For the loud auction.
The cool thing is through the money we raise at the 5K and the silent auction each year, we're able to provide this program for free to the kids. So money is not an issue, which is really neat, because I know a lot of programs get so expensive and it's just hard for families to do it. And we don't want kids to miss out on having an opportunity. And it's not even the activity itself is great, but the lesson behind it that's built off your RUN3rd mission is huge in what the kids get out of it emotionally, mentally, and watching how they interact with their friends, with their school community, with their families so much differently because of the lessons they're learning.
Can we change our background on these, or that's only on Zoom?
I don't know.
Okay. Because I was just thinking you could change your if it was Zoom, you could change your background using all of our RUN3rd pictures, because people looking here may not really appreciate, what it looks and what it feels like for the experience. But for the people who are just joining right now, RUN3rd just felt like a great way to capture an idea. And the idea that I had was that I really run. It's a personal thing. But I also, if you said, who do you want to dedicate your run to? Which is before you go for your run, you go, you know what? I'm going to keep in my body, mind, and spirit the thoughts of whatever. It's, sometimes I do RUN3rd for 5Ks for cancer research or for Alzheimer's, or any one of, the things that we want and need to raise money for to help improve our lives. And for me, I was like, well, I would dedicate my run to my wife and kids. I want them to be, when I pray for their health and safety and wellness. And so that's what I would do. But then really RUN3rd is about being aware of your community. Mm-hmm. And right now there's 103,000 people who've passed because of contracting COVID-19. So I RUN3rd for them. There's all the family members, all of the friends who directly knew somebody with that experience. Then there's, I think hundreds of thousands, or is it even 1 million people who've contracted it, who haven't died, but they've had to go, maybe some didn't have symptoms, but others did. Maybe they were contributing to the spread of it. I RUN3rd for all of those people. Then there's all the kids who haven't been able to finish their school year properly. I RUN3rd for all those people. And so that idea of there's power in collective thought. I'm an actor, and actors, we are generally known for being what my mother affectionately called woo-woo people, which is basically her way of saying, I know that it sounds silly or dumb that this prayer or this candle or this whatever that is connecting me to other people or my emotions to other people, that I'm investing it with greater significance, greater meaning. But or if you feel like, oh, a ghost just walked on my grave, or oh, something, she would always, or like those commercials, the son burns his hand in Minnesota and the mother in Florida feels it at the same time, and you're like, come on. But that feeling that there are things that are unseen and unknowable to us that connect us together. There's power when people go into agreement about things, for good or for ill. Mm-hmm. And what RUN3rd is doing is it's trying to say, let's go into agreement with the idea that when you care about somebody, it can help them. Mm-hmm. And when you're our life is about our heart beating in our chest and our ability to breathe, and beyond that to move and to think and to feel. And when you can do all these things, and you say, like, let's direct that towards something right. I run third for Mindy. I run third for Mindy's mission to get this RUN3rd Alliance right. I run third for all the kids who run there. And I'm not just saying I run third. I actually run. I physically run. Mm-hmm. And you can do whatever you want. You can walk. You can do whatever you want. Pedal. I don't care. But for me, I run with that in my heart. And it makes the hard parts of running and training and doing a 5K, 10K, half marathon, triathlon, whatever it is, it makes that effort a little bit easier, because you're lifted up knowing that you are dedicating each painful stroke, each painful step to someone else or to other large groups of people. And when you know that other people are doing the same thing, it's just very empowering and very inspiring and very ennobling. So that's what RUN3rd is about. It's about connecting with the universe of people that we know and don't know, but we know need us. And we all need each other. Never each other. It doesn't just miraculously show up. There is a food chain, people growing it and making it and shipping it and sending it. I RUN3rd for all of those people. So that's, we doctors, you're supposed to stay inside. Maybe you don't want to go to the hospital until this passes. Well, RUN3rd for the doctors who are going in there. RUN3rd for the people who have to wait to go in there. RUN3rd. Let's just send out collective energy. It doesn't even have to be RUN3rd. But for us, RUN3rd is a way to capture it and to say, hey, kids, we're organizing this thought. Learn what we think is important. We think it's important to care about other people. And when kids hear that, when they hear that spoken out loud to them, that they're important, and their friends are important, and their families are important, and their community is important, and that they actually are connected to the community in as much as they can think about their community, they can feel about their community. That raises them up. And we go, you don't have to spend money in order to be connected. You can do the most basic of human efforts and move your body and know that just by breathing in, breathing out, having a heartbeat, and running with an intention that you're connected to the other people around you, it makes you stronger. It makes the kids stronger. We've seen it for 6 years now. Mindy's seen it for your entire career of 112 years you've been doing this.
It's so empowering for the kids to feel like they have something to give. Kids like to be part of something and part of a solution, and they like to feel like they're doing good. And then in putting that thought towards other things, sometimes it takes away the thought from how hard something is, and all of a sudden they realize physically they can do something they never realized they could do, and that's empowering as well. So it's just neat how it is.
And it's an amazing thing to visually create the result of that. They're physically training. They don't even realize they're pushing past a barrier that they thought they had, but by the time they realize what they've done, they can't even believe they would have put that limitation on themselves. But now what we like to do is we like to put up balloon banner, and we like to set up aid stations, and we like to have a microphone and a stand, and we like to go, Tommy, Sally, Maria, like, I see you. I see all of you. And you just did this. And when they come across the finish line, here's a hint, everybody, in life, every step we take is a finish line. It's a finish line of sorts. You've made it to that moment, and then you'd make the next one. but it's so great in particular for these students, these young athletes, to get to see that their community cares enough about them, and that this idea that of feeling a part of something is physically represented in space. And to put on that event, it takes a little bit more money than just running the program. That's why we try it. That's where the money from some of these things goes. So and you don't,
yeah.
And you know, Mindy is so great that she's figured out how to buy design the t-shirts and buy the t-shirts and get them, design the medals and get the medals, and the economics of it works out. So that, you know, if you buy a slot in the race and you get this packet of things that gets sent to you, still a big chunk of the money is going where it needs to go. But then you get to feel the physical inclusion in this experience. Because if you're in, where did you say they were? In Germany? Where?
I saw Portugal, I saw Italy, I see Chile, I see
Chile and Portugal and Italy. So you're all the way there, and we want you to participate with us. So go to RUN3rdAlliance.com and sign up. You have to put in your name. You have to actually, you know, you may never have signed up for a race before. And when they say a race, that term is generally applied loosely. There are guidelines in a 5K, but mostly what they're doing is creating a real experience for people. And since you can't be in Mesa, Arizona with all of us when we run the 5K, you can get this metal thing. Wait, hold on. Can you hear it? You can get this thing sent to you, and you can get a t-shirt sent to you, and you can wear it, and you can put this on, and you can know that you're a part of helping students have a structured learning environment with running. And as Mindy was saying, as a value system. We're promoting a value system that actually has nothing to do with me. So this, you know, when these little guys, when they go all the way over there and my guy falls off the chart, he's back here, it doesn't matter, because it really isn't about me. It's about, it is about me to the extent that I'm part of a collective, but it's really about, for Mindy and me, it's about these students. It's about these young people and providing this experience for them. So there, okay, that was, all of that was for the few people who came over from my live stream. Now we can answer what you want.
I mean, say, and then I've seen a couple questions pop in. People have been asking if they need to record times or verify that they do it. No, this is an on the honor system. We trust you, and you your 5K how and when you want to do it. And then
you
did pop in and explain that, yes, you can find our pictures on our website. If you go to our website, Sean had mentioned wanting to put pictures in our background of the kids. We have lots of pictures up on our website. So
you can see the joy in their faces. The starting line pictures are as inspiring to me as the finish line pictures, because you just see because what the kids do is, whoever they've decided that they're going to dedicate their 5K race to, you know, I always, in my mind, I'm picturing like a tool shop down the street, or like a car deal, you know, like, I don't know, whoever it is that in their community that they like, you know, a barber shop or something. I don't know, whoever it is. A lot of times I always talk about service members who come back from being deployed overseas. You see that a lot of times, but they write it down on these cards and they wear it on their back. And these kids, you know, they're excitable anyway. Kids are like that. If you ever want to like get a good night's sleep, have your kid go for a run during the day. Yeah. Because the kid's going to sleep well at night. And that's kind of the way human beings have been designed over time. Like if we don't do that, if we deny ourselves physical activity, it can manifest itself in a lot of weird ways. But basically, you know, you say to a kid, a lot of them, when they do like the elementary school mile races, and you go, okay, go for a race. There's always 20 or 30 of the kids out of the 200 who think it's a land, they have to set a land speed record. And they're going around the lap, and they finish their mile, but that's not enough. They've got more to give. You're like, all right, Tommy, go for more. You know, they keep running, they keep running, they keep running. And then they finally pass out, and you give them water, and you're like, all right, see, great, good for you, you did it. The start line pictures of RUN3rd, you can see the intention in the kids' faces when they're like starting their run. And it's so beautiful. And some of them learn.
You're going to win it. Like they have that look.
They're going to win it, yeah.
my day. I'm gonna win. Like I've got it.
Well, and there are awards to win that you can win. I think I was best slowest person. Best person to have the most reduced time in the previous 5K. You know what I mean? But the idea is when you're signing up for the race, I think people feel like they're making a commitment to run. And in a weird way, we make it a little bit challenging for people to give. It's not like a GoFundMe where they literally GoFundMe and they go. We're basically saying go through the system, the official system for signing up for a run, because it helps the charity and it helps us to have those numbers with that what's it called, the website that does those things that we sign up through,
like through the motive. I was saying it felt like with sponsors showing that we have support and
right. So okay, so there's that, but in a sense, you're multiplying whatever run or walk you do into, how many do we have? 600 people last year. Yeah, into 600 people. And those 600 aren't just those 600, all their families and friends or whatever who see the accomplishment they're doing. And this is the confirmation you get that you helped make that possible for them. And if you want to attempt to do 5K over whatever period of time you set, then you are invited to do that. And fitness is a really good thing. And it is a running program, and we really do promote running. So that's, a lot of times if you somebody takes you by the hand and sort of goes, okay, look, you got to put your name in your thing, you got to put in your number, and okay, great. Now, see, it didn't hurt. Now, right? My thing, I sign up for big races, and then for any number of reasons, I can't do the big race. And the question is do I go try and collect that money that I
Right.
you know what I mean? That I put as the down payment that I put on it, so to speak. Can you push it forward? Is it, I like to sort of go, for me, it's a donation to that event.
Yeah.
Because every event you do, even if it's a big city marathon, it costs a lot of money for the big city to put on that marathon. So I feel like I can afford to lose or give that particular money away.
Now having put on our little 5K, I have so much respect for race directors of big races because it is a lot of work.
Yeah.
And just
and
smaller event. So
we need volunteers, and the volunteers come out, and you can't do it without them. But then there's certain things that people maybe they can give you a cost, or then there's certain things you just can't get around, certain permits, certain fees, regulations. You just have to do it. So, bottled water. I don't know that we're going to go to, some bottled water company and be like, hey, can you donate enough water for 600 people for.
Whataburger stepped up this year.
Oh, look at that.
So we actually did we had a lot of good stuff. We were on par for our biggest, best year. Yeah. So I really can't wait for next year. I mean, we're going to knock your socks off next year.
Well, let's finish this year. We still have time for people to, right? Because when was it? Is it today?
So, yeah, initially we were end of March. We bumped it to end of May in hopes that maybe 2 months was enough time, which it obviously was not. So today is
our race day. So I can't get out of it. I have to go and run my, I already did. I already earned it, but I feel like on race day I should do it too.
It's probably the thing that it didn't end up working out for this year, since the heat here, man, it came on fast and it came on hard. This morning at 8:30 in the morning, it was already 95 degrees. So we would have had I have to give major kudos to everybody here who has been getting it in this morning. But I know that we had a bunch of virtual runners who were out at 4 a.m., 5 a.m., because the posts were already rolling in. Hey, we just finished.
What kinds of times are people putting in?
I haven't seen too many times pop up, but I did see a group of kids from our school that came in. The fastest one was 23 minutes. He really, he crushed it today in this heat after a couple of months, off of school.
I
But
could
yeah,
get one of those 3 in 23 minutes. No, I could probably get 2 in. Yeah, I don't know.
30-40 minute range. A few people have been posting.
If anybody's looking in from my feed, this is Mindy Frazier. Mindy is a teacher and runs the RUN3rd Alliance program, an after-school running program that's now in how many schools?
15.
Formerly in 15 schools. And look, she looks so fresh. And yeah, you know, you'd think running that many programs, you'd be like, you know, passed out. I would be. I don't know how you do it.
Yeah, I would say we have awesome coaches, awesome volunteers. We have a group that's really coming together.
It's been amazing over the last 6 years to go to Mesa, Arizona, to meet the mayor, to meet a lot of the city officials, to meet the administrators of the schools, to help, you know, hand out checks to the schools for their programs. And Mindy is beloved in her community. You are beloved in your community, Mindy, and it's just shown. I mean, your output during COVID, you're trying to come up with creative ways to keep the kids engaged. Your ability to communicate with all the sponsors, all of that. It's just, you know, you never want to take you for granted, but in a sense, you're so dependable. You can be counted on to do that. And it was my instinct when RUN3rd Alliance, when you wanted to do the first 5K, but when RUN3rd Alliance, when you conceptualized that support structure, sort of 501c3 structure, that's the way, that's who you are, and that's what you're going to do. And people may or may not realize this, but like, you know, it takes people like Mindy to make the world go round. And that's why it's worth it every year for me to do whatever I can to try and support this alliance, you know, to try and support what you're doing and the kids. So for those of you who just tuned in, I'm seeing tens of thousands of people are watching this right now, hundreds of thousands of people, millions of people. But you guys who are here first, remember, you can go to run3rdalliance.com.
Yep.
And you go through and sign up for the race, whether you're going to formally run it on your, you know, in your living room or whatever. Do that so that you'll get your medal.
Yep,
you get your shirt and you will and your bib number, yeah, that you can wear on you sitting on the couch. Those look great when you're sitting on the couch, your bib number. It's amazing, actually. Isn't it amazing when you come in from a 5K and you sit down and you've got your bib on, the feeling, it's like, if it could be, I don't know, it's like a diploma or something. You like have finished something massive, even though like today was only a 5K day and normally you do 8-mile runs, but that is what you get, as well as the satisfaction of knowing that you are helping provide after school running programs for elementary school kids, and they really need it. Do we want to take any T. Velman, thank you for the run3rdalliance.com. Look at that.
Yeah.
People, yeah.
The other way that they can help us is our other fundraiser going on right now is our silent auction that you have a lot of items in.
The silent auction, what do I have? Oh, yes, RUN3rd Alliance hats. Those are fun to sign. Right before the COVID shutdown.
Yeah.
Like the day of the COVID shutdown, I was signing these things, and then it was like...
This is a fun one.
Whoa, how much are they? What's that? What's the bid at there?
Oh, that's a good question. I should pull it up.
Hawkins legit. I saw a couple of questions out there about Stranger Things.
I would say, yeah, we've had a lot of Stranger Things fans pop in.
Yeah, well, they
live.
When do you determine who gets it?
So the auction is open until tomorrow at 5 p.m. Arizona time, and this currently at $60.
$60.
Yep. And this is a one of a kind. You can't find this anywhere with the signature of Bob Newby.
Right.
Yep.
But who was that's his phys ed department. Bob Newby founded the audio-visual department, which I know yeah.
Maybe.
Ah, there it is. There it is. That can be yours for the bargain price of, well, you get to see what the bidding is.
We've got your Vampire Bob.
There he is. Vampire Bob. Bob Newby said, hope it doesn't suck. That's good.
This one is a big item. People are really liking this one.
If you want these items, you got to go to RUN3rd Alliance and bid on them.
Yep. And my understanding is the Vampire Bob is very hard to find nowadays.
I know. I've got one. Oh, you mean for other people?
For other people, yeah. We've got your Rudy.
Rudy. That was so sweet. Mindy drove to Los Angeles with Chris, her husband, and we sat down literally the day of the shutdown.
It was during
spring break, and I signed all these items in the rain. We were in the rain. Ah, yes.
Scrubs.
Easy peasy.
Another one of my favorites. This one's always
Oh yeah. It's all looking backwards though.
Night.
It all looks backwards.
Is it backwards? Well, yeah. In person, the signatures.
And people can bid on all of these wonderful items. And there's a lot of stuff that doesn't have to do with me too, right? There's a lot of other cool.
Yeah, we have some cool Cubs World Series gear that I'm sure you're going to be all over.
Well, I live in a family with people who love the Cubs. As a Dodger fan, I'm not so sure.
And
hey, I have to redeem myself. Now that I've lost weight, I think I could get the pitch over the plate out there next time they do spring training.
Yeah, stuff from the Coyotes, from the Diamondbacks, some other autograph things, and then some just really fun like certificates. Oh, we have their posters.
If anybody wants to make a contribution to donate any items that we can use in the oh, look at that.
RUN3rd.
Wow. Wow, look at those things. You got them framed. They actually look important when they're framed.
Right?
Wow. All those words on that football thing or on that cheering thing are my RUN3rd. It's my RUN3rd manifesto. That doesn't sound like the right word, but I'm saying if anybody has something they want to donate to the auction, they can go to run3rdalliance.com and they can email you. And but it's kind of late probably to take new stuff in, but they can try.
Yeah.
No, like
contact form on our website. And what you want to contact us about. There are ways to donate, ways to get involved.
Cool.
Yeah, we love growing our RUN3rd community and family.
Is there anything that you have one extra one of that isn't in the thing? Because I was wondering if we could do get somebody to agree right now, and then we'll to a price, like we pick an item and say. Like
actually do like an auction on here.
Yeah. See if these people watching want to donate to it. Remember, everybody, for a RUN3rd hat.
Yeah. What else?
How many of the pop things do you have?
Oh, we do have another one. Wait, like the Rudy one. I know. Okay.
Stranger Things. I'll tell you what. Hold up one of the Stranger ones, and I'll FedEx to you another one that I have. Okay. So there's Bob Newby, superhero, in his scrubs. I autographed this right at spring break. If I can see somebody, what do you think it would fetch, Mindy? What do you think it's likely to fetch?
Well, I know that the market value on it is around $130.
All right, if I can get $200 right now, Mindy will send it to you, and I'll send her a backup one for the auction. So what you have to do is you just have to type in $200 and just text it. If I see 200 up there, Mindy will go offline with you, direct message with you, and get it. Let's see, who do we got $200? Anybody? Remember, what you're bidding on is you're bidding on this item, but the money goes to helping our after-school running programs, our elementary school after-school running programs for we have an after-school running program. We're in 15 schools, and every year we have our fundraiser to raise money to keep the program going. And so they're underserved communities, lower income communities, and there you go. So have I seen anything? Have I seen any numbers? This is a unique way of doing this. I'm doing this on the fly. How do I sign up? Neil, well, you can go to run3rdalliance.com to do you have a Lord of the Rings thing in there?
That's why I was just like, we actually do not have anything Lord of the Rings in this auction.
I probably have something in the house, but Let's work on the Stranger. We'll work on the Stranger Things for the moment. Just this one right now. Just got to see the number, $sign and 200, or not even $sign. Just put 200 and text that in right now, and then Mindy's going to send it to you. And that $200 goes to our after-school running program for elementary school kids. What else can I say? I'm looking at these numbers. There. We do have Goonie stuff. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I had a blast on that. I'm reading the comments now. Oh, right. That was a bummer. Okay. Someone just said they came late. What are we talking about? My charity is an after-school running program for elementary school kids in underserved communities, lower-income communities. Mindy runs the program. This is our time of year when we raise money to keep the program going. And we're having a raffle, or is that what it's called?
Is it auction?
We're having an auction. And right now, if somebody types in the word 200, the first person to type in 200, we're going to send this Bob pop figure autographed by me on the day there you go. T. Velman, $200. Do anything for Goonies. Wait, anything for Goonies. All right, so she's buying this, but she's doing it for me because I'm a Goonie. There you go. Auction's closed. If you want to contribute to the rest of the auction, go to RUN3rdalliance.com. That's right up there, RUN3rdalliance.com, and make a bid on an item and sign up for the run. Whether you're going to run it, with your Fitbit slowly over a course of weeks, it doesn't matter. Just sign up for the run, and we need that money to help run these programs, to help pay the teachers and whoever it is that we is actually administering the program. So it's really to pay them and to pay for insurance and to pay for, there's just a lot of stuff that goes into running the program and putting on their signature 5K event, which would have been today. It was rescheduled for today, but now it's rescheduled for another day. So we're doing it virtually. But anyhow, thank you for jumping in with $200. It made me feel, I was thinking maybe no one cared enough about Bob Newby, superhero. There you go. What else, Mindy, before I jump?
I think we covered.
I would give you this. I saw the person saying they graduate on Monday and wants the sign in the background. But that sign, actually, it's my daughter Elizabeth, who graduated last night right here. I was dubbed to hand her diploma. I did a great job. But it's her graduation, and these are her decorations. I did get her permission before showing them in the background of this shot. And she said, yeah, that's not a problem. But I can't give them away. I don't know if you read that. Someone was like, can I have the thing in the back? Okay.
We just so appreciate you and all that you've done. I mean, you coming up with the RUN3rd mission that started all of this.
I'll take credit for that, but I haven't done enough since, so I'll try and do more. We can always do a little bit more. You can't. You do too much. The rest of us can always do a little bit more.
But also, it's been neat to see the community come together this week. I've really enjoyed the Spirit Week and seeing all the posts that have come through, and it's great to feel some sort of connection, especially right now when it's hard to be connected.
Yeah. My dad said he thought this time was harder than the Great Depression, which is insane because the Great Depression, he said, no, he said, then you could be together with your family. He's like, now the most loving thing you can do for someone is stay away from them. And that's where human beings are. We're social creatures. We need to be together. So, there's going to be a lot of mental health work that has to be done coming out of the COVID experience. And one of the most productive things that I can think you can do, at least to make a major contribution to that effort, is to have a fitness awareness, have a fitness regime. And so for us to provide that kind of guidance and that kind of structure for kids right now, they'll remember it for the rest of their lives because it's the first time they will ever run a 5K or been a part of a team. Mm-hmm. But they may or may not realize it, the positive impacts of participating with the RUN3rd program will extend throughout their entire life. It couldn't be more true than during this COVID time. So you want to be a part? Jess, it's so simple for you to be a part. Go to RUN3rdalliance.com and either bid on one of our items in the auction, and I would actually I really want people to sign up for the race.
Yeah.
So even if you can't do the race in person, it's been gone virtual this year, but you can do it virtually, and you can take your own time, or you can set your own personal best and try and meet your own personal best. Be careful, train cautiously, hydrate, nutrition is important. But my point is just some people love to run.
Yeah.
If you know any runners who like to do 5Ks or 10Ks or marathons or whatever, let them know about this. Tell them, hey, there's a 5K I heard about that you might really like. That guy from Goonies or Rudy or Memphis Belle or Lord of the Rings or Stranger Things or 50 First Dates or any of those things. Like that guy's got a charity, and he raises money for after-school running programs. And I guarantee you the $35 they'll pay for it, and they'll get this. They get their medal. They get their medal saying, hey, I participated. And for those of you who want to go couch to 5K and walk kind of slowly, your $35 counts, and you'll still get this medal. So please, please, please do that. Or we've got a lot of cool auction items, and that's it. This is my big. In years past, we've done major like fundraising efforts with signing posters, and we've done all kinds of things. This year during COVID-19, this is what we're doing: an auction. I signed a bunch of items. We've got the virtual run, so you can enter the run, and your entrance fee and the money we make from the auctions is going to go to keep this nonprofit alive and keep these kids focused and cared for with this program. So that's what I sprint mate. Great. Here's how you do a 5K if you're a sprinter. The way you do a 5K if you're a sprinter is you sprint, say 100 yards, right? Now, during your cool down, just keep walking in the same direction.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you feel good enough about sprinting again, sprint 100 yards and then walk a little bit. And when you feel like that's it, I'm done for sprinting, just keep walking.
Right.
Just keep walking like a half hour, and when you're done, you'll be like, oh, geez, look at my Fitbit. I went 3 miles, 3.1 miles. It's a 5K. I've earned my medal. I've earned my medal.
Yeah, that's, and yeah, here's an inspirational story. One of our moms who's recovering from a surgery and struggles walking right now, she measured it out, and from her house to the stop sign at the end of the street, I don't remember what that distance is, but she figured out that it will take her 35 down and backs to hit her 5K. So starting last night when the sun went down and it was cool enough, she just kind of started clicking off the 35 of those and figures
Love it.
Done with it.
I love it. When I did the Kona triathlon, Ironman Kona Championship triathlon, one of the things was I have my Garmin,
Mm-hmm.
and when I was getting well into the run on the Garmin, the battery, because I call it a championship triathlon. I was not a champion. I was an invited guest, and so the champions finish in 7 hours, and their Garmins still work fine, or 8 hours or 9 hours, whatever. After 15 hours, I've exhausted the battery life of the Garmin. And so I had talked with my trainer about what do you do? And it's exactly like you said. You look at what's the next goal? What's the next thing? And there were cones. And there's a certain place, they call it the energy lab. And it's dark. When I was running, there's pitch black, and there's it's a stretch of place where they don't let any people, no spectators are allowed to be. So you're all by yourself. So I'm running in the dark, no watch, no nothing and I started seeing the cones, and I was like, I'm gonna run to the next cone. I'm gonna run to the next cone, and then I'm like, I'm gonna look at 3 cones up, and I get to the 3rd cone, I'm gonna go to the next 3rd cone, and I was just doing that. And then before I knew it, I was out of the place where you aren't allowed to see spectators, and my coach came up on a little Vespa, so annoying. How you doing? I'm like, I'm doing fine. How you doing? Fine. So and he goes, how are you? He goes, how are you doing? I said, are we gonna make it? And he goes, I don't know. Are we? I was like, and so I just kept. And then that was my bike coach. And then my other coach, Matt, came up, and he said, how are you doing? I said, my Garmin died. He said, what are you doing? I said, I'm counting the cones. He goes, attaboy. Count the cones. And this is a guy who had trained a bunch of people in the top 20. And there he was, like, at the end of the night, after everybody had already gotten on their planes and gone home. He's like, good man, that's it. That's what you got to do. You got to count the cones. So from steps to the stop sign, which I absolutely do.
Are All right.
You know, I do lampposts.
We've got like 15 seconds, I'm being told by Instagram.
Good. Thank God Instagram's going to send us off. Everybody go to run3rdalliance.com. You're helping Mindy, the lady you look at right there, pay and for and run a program for after school running